Today we are going to review 3 blue slush violets from Danielle Smith. Welcome everyone, I'm so happy to have you with me today. We are going to be reviewing 3 blues slash violets I received from my Blick order. If you would like to check out that video, I will leave a link in the description below. We are going to take a look from Lavender, Moonglow, and Lunar Blue, all from Danielle Smith. This video is not sponsored. These are all colors I've just been wanting to add to my palette for some time now. All 3 colors are a series 2 and have a light fastness of 1. That is excellent. The series in paints refers to the cost. A series 1 is generally cheaper because it is less expensive to produce, whereas series 4, like Cobalt Blue, is more expensive to produce. We will test all of these colors and mix them with some other colors. Starting with our Lavender, which is a periwinkle blue. So pretty. Using pigments Titanium White, Ultraviolet, and Ultraviolet Blue. So we have the PW6, PV15, and PB29. So we're going to start out pretty thick and get thinner as we go. It is semi-transparent and low staining. This is a beautiful color which you can use for florals and denims. I've also seen Joseph Zabuvic use it in his landscape paintings. You can see a little bit of granulation in here, but not too much. It's pretty flat color. I really love the vibrancy of this color. I'm excited to use it in my palette. Now we're going to move to Moonglow. This is probably one of the ones I've been the most excited to add to my palette for quite some time. So Moonglow has pigment PG18, which is Viridian, PB29, which is Ultramarine Blue, and PR177, which is Anthranoid Red. It says that the red will float, the blue will settle, and the Viridian will create a gray violet. So that green is going to neutralize our blue and our red. Look how deep that is. I want to go really deep. You can use this for skies, like moonlit skies, shadows in the snow, silhouettes. It's such an enchanting color. I remember seeing pictures of it and it just brought so much excitement that I am so glad I finally got it. I can see it's already starting to settle and the granulation is starting to separate. I think as it continues to dry, we'll see a lot more of that. So it is a granulating color and it's transparent. As you can see, I don't see any residue like I do here. You can see the semi-transparency there. This one looks very transparent. And it's supposed to be low staining. Beautiful color. Okay, our third and final color is another one that I saw some pictures of on Danielle Smith's website and made me very excited to try, and it's called Lunar Blue. Now it has 2 pigments, PBK11, which is a Mars Black, and PB15, which is Phthalo Blue. It is semi-transparent, low staining, and also granulating. I love the granulating black that floats above the Phthalo Blue. It's really nice. Look at that granulation, that separation there. That went fast. Do you see that? Oh, it's so amazing. It's just like little black granules coming to the top. I can actually even see it separating here in my dish. You can see a little bit of separation in our Moonglow. I can see more pink, which would be that red showing through. It's amazing once you add water to these colors, what happens to them. So this one will be wonderful for moonlit skies, dark midnight blues, or beautiful diffused moonlight on the water, stuff like that. It'll be amazing mood to your watercolors. Now that all three are dry, we are going to scrub out each of them to check out their staining capabilities. I'm going to go down this way. So I'm just taking a stiff brush and some clean water, and then you just lightly scrub it. I'm not scrubbing that hard at all. I'm just letting the water and the brush do the work. When you're creating a painting, all of this information is important to know. The granulation, the transparency, the staining quality. You use all of these tools to your advantage in your painting, and you'll know whether or not you can scrub something out or how well it's going to blend. How, you know, is it gonna be milky over top of it? Is it, you know, gonna be very transparent over top of another color? Those are all very important things to know. As you can see in all of them, I can see just a tiny bit of color, but they're not too bad. You will not be able to get it back 100% to white, but like it said, it is a low staining. Now we're going to start doing some mixes. Now, some of these colors I chose, like Phthalo Turquoise, Phthalo Blue, and Cobalt Blue, are because these two already have ultramarine blue in them, and this one already has Phthalo Blue in it, so I'm gonna mix this one with a Cobalt Blue, and I'm gonna mix this with a Phthalo Blue, instead of mixing it with ultramarine blue, which is already in there, so I want to try it with something different. We're going to start with our Quinn Gold pretty heavily, and then I'm going to charge the other color in it. So we're going to start here. We'll charge this one in here. You can see how it's separating already. I see some green because we have our ultramarine blue and our ultramarine violet, so we're getting some of that blue. I like what's going on. I like the blending of the two colors. Let's check out our Moonglow. It's almost going black, but you can see almost some orange and that separation there. I really don't want to play with it too much. I want it to kind of do its own thing, so I'm going to leave it alone. It's interesting. If you know from our color wheel, our yellow and our violet are complementary colors, so next to each other they really work well and they look beautiful. But if you mix them, then they neutralize, and can create a deep gray or a black, and that's what we're seeing here. But you can still see a little bit of that orange yellow poking through. But it's really cool to see what they're doing as far as the separation of the pigments. Sorry if you hear a few jets in the background. They're flying around today. Okay, now we're going to do our Quinn Gold with our Lunar Blue. Wow, did you see that? It just like whoosh, pushed that over. That's so cool. Ooh, I don't want to play with it too much. That's the fun part, is just letting our colors blend and mix. That is really cool. I'm loving the granulation. It's more like a neon green. This one just looks dark. I like the granulation, but of course it almost just looks black. But this I love, and this I love. I like the granulation in this one. Such a strong granulation. Okay, burnt umber. See a little bit happening here. I'll touch them into each other, see what that does. Very milky from that titanium white in there. Does not really want to mix very much or blend as much as like here and here. It just kind of bled into it. It's almost like it's got a barrier there. The colors don't want to blend as much. I had to kind of push them. Let's try. Yeah, not really, does it? Still very interesting. I do like what's happening there. I wonder if glazing might be a better approach to these two. I can see it's a little something's happening, but it's almost like it's pulling the titanium white out and just pulling that titanium with just a hint of that lavender over. I really like that. I can see a lot more granulation. The violet is almost floating, while the brown appears to be settling, or vice versa. Let's go back into our burnt umber. Oh, did you see that? Again, it pushed it away. Let's see if it... Did you see? Oh. That's fun. It's like... And it's pulling some of the brown over all the way. So far I think this Lunar Blue is my favorite. The granulation's a lot more stronger than I thought the Moonglow would be. I thought there would be more granulation, and honestly I had seen pictures and other people do theirs and it had more granulation in it than this, so I don't know. I can see some granulation. I see some of the blues and greens in there, but it's not as strong as you can see it here. I mean, you see, and maybe it's because there's that stark black, that Mars black in there against that blue. And here we have the subtle greens and blues. Some people don't like granulation I love it, but it also depends on what I'm using it for. It's not for everything. Sometimes you want flat colors, but sometimes you just want some of that. We're gonna go in with our Pyrrol Red, which is a cooler red. Go into my Lavender. And barely kiss that edge. Oh, look. Look. Do you see that? Oh. Oh. I just want to not touch it. Just kiss the edge with some more of that lavender, because did you see the way it pulled in there? It actually pulled some of that lavender all the way to here. I'm gonna mix some over here at the top just to see what tones. This, I'm just allowing it to be itself. It touched edges and I'm just seeing some of them, like this one, it kind of more pulled into each other, and even here. Whereas this, it's almost like hitting each other, and it did initially pull into, but now it's almost creating a line there, and that red is really dominating, which we know, I mean, red is a very dominant color, but it's kind of creating this cool effect here. I probably could pull into it, but I really don't want to. I would just want to let it be. If I did anything, it would just be to add more pigment there, just to see what it does. Just add more pigment because it was a very light wash. But did you see that pull over? So I didn't touch the red, I kissed the edge. That's when your paint just barely touches. Look at that. We're gonna let that be. Now we're gonna take our Pyrrol Red. We'll go in with our Moonglow. It really just wants to block itself. It is pulling some of the red over because I can see where it's lightening up in color here, the granulation. I'm pulling some of this over here just to see what more Moonglow in the red does. So it's kind of pulling that way, pulling this way. Just to see. Ooh, see? Oh, don't touch, don't touch. Let me see if I can get closer up on this so you can see what is happening. Let's move on. What happens with our Lunar Blue and the granulation there? I'm really hoping we see a little bit more reaction. I like that. Look what it does. It's just so phenomenal. We'll see how it reacts once it's fully dry. Okay, let's move on to our Phthalo Turquoise. Phthalos tend to be very pigmented, strong staining colors. Anyway, I'm gonna blend a little bit of this up here. You can see how the titanium white is pulling over here, but yet I also see some of the turquoise pulling onto this side. It makes it more blue in some areas. It's fun. I love mixing these colors. So fun. Do you guys like mixing colors? You might be able to hear my daughter coloring in the background. She likes to color with me. I was honestly hoping for more granulation like that with the Moonglow. And I see it, sometimes. Here I see it a little more. Ooh, it's already pulling over. Let's do our turquoise with our lunar blue. That's gonna be interesting. So we already have phthalo blue in there, so we're gonna be mixing with it phthalo turquoise. I just made it more, wow, that really just blended together. Maybe because they're both phthalos. That looks so cool. It's got like blues and purples and the reds. That would be really cool for like a nebula painting. The sky with some of that red in there. Make for a very intense sky. Look at the granulation in that. All right, let's do phthalo blue for these two. And again, because this one already has phthalo blue, I'm gonna do a cobalt blue because it already has phthalo blue in it. That one's really cool. I see a lot more blue being pulled over here, and again, it's like the titanium is being sucked over into this. That looks like what happened to almost all of those. The white just was pulled over there, and some of the pigment was then pulled over into the lavender. Moonglow, here we go. Maybe I just needed more water. Ooh, I love the deep richness in here. This would be perfect for like a night sky with that blue and the violet. Okay. And our last one, we're going to use cobalt blue and our lunar blue. I can see almost a yellow, a very pale green being pulled out of there. I like all three of these, and I would definitely use them all for different paintings and different things. I don't necessarily like one above the other than I love the granulation in here, but I have seen a little bit more granulation as we went on in here. I love the colors I get in all of these. I would definitely use them for different things. This having a little bit more of that opaqueness with the titanium white, this one being more violet, this one being more blue, all have beautiful qualities to them. Let me know which one you like in the comments below. If you've tried any of these and what you have used them for, I would love to know. I hope you guys liked this video and found it useful in deciding if you want to get any of these, or if you already have some, or if you were on the fence about any. Let me know your thoughts below. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to click that bell so you can be notified when I upload more reviews and tutorials just like this. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!